student, welcome to your summer yoga class with Grace. Before we start our yoga practice, let's talk about yoga etiquette so that next time when you walk into a yoga studio yoga class, you know exactly what to do. First, always be there on time, meaning be there a little early, 10 to 15 minutes early. When you set up your mat, be mindful not to block people in front of you. If you're not sure how to set up your mat, you can always politely, using a very soft voice, quietly asking people how should you set up your mat. Also, turn your phone on do not disturb, not on vibration. Okay, it's not polite to use your phone in a yoga class. And don't wear shoes or socks into the yoga class. Yoga class is a nice, clean, serene space, so we need to keep it that way. Phone on silent, be there on time, and quietly stay on your mat until the class is ready to start. And your yoga instructor will signal when it's time to start. One more thing, at the end of the class, your yoga instructor will be putting their hands together and bow to you, say namaste. And when your teacher say namaste, you say namaste. It looks like this. Namaste. And you reply by saying namaste. Just meaning that the lights in me bow down into the lights in you, or just simply mean thank you. Now you know all the basics about going to yoga class. Let's begin our yoga class. Today we're going to begin on the earth with all four. Begin with all part of your palms, spreading your fingers nice and wide, placing your palms on the earth. Knee on the earth, knee in line with hip, wrist in line with shoulder. Take a complete inhale here. This is your all four. Just like a tabletop. Imagining that you can put a glass of juice on your back, and the glass of juice will not spill. And keeping that nice, long, neutral spine. And we're going to stay here for a moment. You're just pressing all parts of our palms onto the earth. And feeling that we are just like a tabletop. And begin to take a complete inhale here. Exhale. And while we are here, be sure to pay attention to your elbow. Make sure that your elbow is not hyperextend. Make sure that there's always a little micro bend. And of course, anytime during yoga class, if you feel like you need a break, we can always take a break. So this next one is posture to rest. This is anytime you feel like you need to rest, you can always go back to this posture and rest. It's called child pose. This is my child pose. I began to releasing my tail back and gently placing my head down on the earth. Arm can be in the front, just like this, or arm can be on the back. Whatever you are comfortable with. And because yoga posture is a people practice, exercise, I call them the exercise because you're really using your body weight to practice and to make your body strong. And this is my child pose. Some people actually like to have their palms stacked on each other and resting their head. And the reason we always want to find a place to rest our head is so that our brain can have a chance to relax. We're sending a signal for our brain to relax. And now we learn the resting posture for yoga. Now we can truly begin our yoga practice. Return to our all four. We're going to build from all four. Take a complete inhale here. And exhale, lifting your right legs up. Pushing to your heels, legs are nice and long. Stay here just like this for a moment. And this is step number one. Only if you want that more, go ahead and lifting your opposite arms up, just like this. you want that more. If you want to try something different, we're bending our back legs, we're turning our thumbs down, and then we're finding our ankle, and then we lift. And we stay for a moment. And make sure that the part of your palms, your right palms, is still stay on the earth, elbow is still a little micro bend. Now we're switching side. Slowly return to your spinal balance, return to your all four, lifting your left leg up this time. Step number one. Step number two, reaching the opposite arms forward. And then we stay here for a moment. And then just like the other side, if you want that more, we're bending our legs, turning our thumbs down, and finding our ankle and lift. Almost like a half moon. And still pay attention to our left arms. Make sure that our left elbows are still a little micro bend. And slowly return to our all four. And return to your child pose. The child pose of your choice. And this time we continue to build on, and we're going to stay in our all four, spinal balance a little longer. And slowly return to our all four. Just taking our time to get there. Spreading those fingers nice and wide, all part of our palms stay on the earth. Elbow micro bend, lifting your right leg up. And follow your left arms. Stay here just like this. Only if you want them more, go ahead and finding your ankle by bending your legs. Just for today, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. And slowly switching side, return to our all four. Set up that nice all four, nice foundation, and lifting the other legs up. And the opposite arms up. And we stay here for 5 breaths. And slowly return to our all four. And with this time, we're going to make the transition into our down dog. Relax those toes down. Gently walking both our arms forward. Arms are nice and long. Forehead on the earth. And gently lifting our forehead up, gaze between our thumbs, curling our toes. Lifting our knee off the earth just a little first. And continue to lift into our down dog. Our first upside down posture. In Sanskrit, it's called Ardha Mukha Svanasana. But in English, we call it down dog. From our down dog, we continue to move, lifting our right leg up. And then we're going to do some work. Gently draw our right knee to the outside of our right elbow. And lifting it back up again. And let's do that again. Draw that right knee to the outside of your right elbow. And return to your down dog. And switching side. Draw that other knee to the outside of your elbow. Back to your 3 legs of down dog. One more. Draw that left knee in. And back to your 3 legs of down dog. Return to our down dog. And we continue to float. Finding your plank. Finding your crocodile. Bending your elbow, releasing your knee, your thigh, your hip down. Finding your cobra. Back to your extended child pose. Back to your all four. We're going to put everything together. Lifting our right leg up. Lifting our left arms up. Stay here or finding your ankle. Only if you want to find it in a half moon shape, tabletop. Go ahead. We're going to stay here. Breathing in all that you need. Now slowly switching side. Palms down, knee down. Left leg up. Right arms up. Reaching the arms forward, reaching the heels back. Spine are nice and long. And slowly return to our all four. And walking both our palms forward. And return to your extended child pose. Arms are nice and long, palms connected to the earth. Curling our toes, pressing our palms down, lifting our knee up just a little, and lifting it all the way up into our upside down posture. Down dog. Now we continue. Lifting our right leg up. Draw our right knee to the outside of our right elbow. Back to our three legs of down dog. One more time, draw that right knee in. Back to our three legs of down dog. Last one, draw that right knee in. Back to our three legs of down dog. Return to our normal down dog. And lifting the other legs up. Draw that knee toward the outside of our elbow. Back to our three legs of down dog. And do that again. Last one. Lift, lengthen, and draw that knee in. And back to our three legs of down dog. And return to our down dog. And we're finding our vinyasa flow. Finding our plank. Crocodile, bending our elbow just a little. Releasing our knee, our thigh, our hip, our toes down. Offering our heart. Lifting our heart open. And back to our extended child pose. And return to our all four. And we have one more cycle just like that. Lifting our right leg up. Lifting our opposite arms up. And stay. And breathing in all that our body needs. And remember, anytime we are tired, we can always return to our child pose and rest. And we're switching sides. And let's stay. And keeping that smile. And return to our all four. And we make the transition. Walking both our palms forward. Return to our extended child pose. And slowly make the transition into our down dog. Curling our toes. Lifting our knee up. Palms down. And tail lifting. Down dog. And lifting our right leg up. Draw our right knee to the outside of our right elbow. Back to our three legs of down dog. Two more. Draw that knee in. Back to our three legs of down dog. I know this is not an easy work. This is hard work. Draw that knee in. Back to our three legs of down dog. Strong mind, strong body. Lift. Draw that knee in. In order to have a strong mind, you do need a strong body. Draw the knee in. And last one, lift and draw it in. And slowly return to our down dog. And we go to our vinyasa flow. Plank, crocodile, releasing our knee, our thigh, our hip, our toes down, and offering our heart. Down dog, cobra, sorry. Back to our extended child pose. Now we begin our cooling down posture. Slowly walking our palms back to our knee. And let's sitting up nice and tall. Draw the knee in. And let's begin our balancing posture, and we're doing our cool down. Lifting one leg up. Follow with the other one. Stay for a moment. Focus on our big toes. Sitting up nice and tall. From here, only if you want it more, you can actually using your index fingers and your thumbs and hugging your thumbs with your index fingers and then lifting the legs up. And continue to smile. And let's stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. And very gently return our feet back to the earth. And let's give ourselves a hug. And lifting from our nose, let's do that one more time. Lifting one leg up and then the other. Stay here with a nice support. Or hugging your big toes, come to a full boat pose. And deciding on your own what you want to do today. How much you want to do today. And slowly releasing our foot down. And give ourselves one more hug. And slowly rolling ourselves down onto the earth. Draw knee into our chest and rock side to side. And slowly releasing our feet down. And we begin our cooling down posture. Arms down by our side, palms are facing the sky. Feet on the earth, knee about hip distance apart. Pressing those feet down, and we begin to lifting our vertebrae out one section at a time into our bridge. It looks like this. Feet down, and slowly lift, 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 lift. And stay here. Stay here and breathing in all that your body needs. And exhale. Just stay here a few more breaths. This is one of my favorite posture. I don't really have any posture I don't like, but this is one of my favorite. If I don't like the posture, I won't practice. Just do whatever you like. And when we come down, we slowly, waiting for our exhale, and then we come down. One vertebrae at a time. Vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly. As slow as humanly possible. Once I till come all the way down, we're going to do that one more time. Pressing our feet down and begin to lifting our vertebrae up one section at a time. Come all the way up. Now this time, if you want to try something different, you can actually draw your right elbow in, follow with your left, and then you interlacing your fingers, you resting your little pinkies on the ground. And just give you a little bit more heart opening sensation. And just make sure that both parts of your feet are still connected to the earth. We are pressing our feet down so we can lift a little higher. And remember, there are no tension on our neck. There are no pain anywhere of our body. Our feet is the one that's supporting our body. Our legs is the one that's doing all the work. All we have to do is breathe. Breathing into our body. Now from here, if you have your arms tucked under, you slowly let go one arm. And then the other. And then you slowly lower your vertebrae down. And once your toe reaches the earth, we're finding the sole of our feet together. And then we're slowly releasing it down. And just allow the gravity to draw our knee down. So open up our hip. And I stay for a moment. Breathing into our body. And exhale. Just take a moment here to allow the gravity to draw our knee closer to the earth. Then we slowly draw our knee up by using our hands to draw that knee up. And we're going to finding our pigeon. Supine pigeon or laying down pigeon. Lifting your right leg up and resting your right ankle on your left thigh. And gently draw that knee in. And then if you want that more, you can draw that knee in more. And just stay there for a moment. This feels really good. And this is something that you can also do at night when you feel like you're really tired. And we're going to switch to the other side, slowly releasing your foot back down. Follow with the other one. Now lifting the other legs up and gently resting the ankle on our thigh. And if you want to stay here just like this, you always can, or you can do this, or even draw it in more. It just depends on how much you want to feel, what you feel like doing today. And slowly returning one foot back down, follow with the other one. And the last posture we're going to learn is called spinal twist. Open the arms out into a T position, palms are facing the sky. Open up our feet a little bit wider than our hip. And gently releasing both our knee all the way to the right side to begin. And turning our nose to the opposite side. And only if you want it more, you can put your right foot on top of your left knee. And just to give you a little bit more leverage, a more intense sensation. And while we are here, I'm going to tell you one more fact about yoga. Long time ago, women are not allowed to practice yoga. Not allowed to teach yoga. And slowly return. If you have your foot on top of your legs, slowly let it go. Come back to the center. Take a complete inhale here. Make the adjustment. Make sure that our feet are still nice and wide. Tail are still on the earth. Shoulders still relaxed. And we take a complete inhale here. And exhale, releasing both our knee to the other side. And then we're turning our nose. And let's stay. Breathing in all that our body needs. Breathing in all that you need today. Just allow the gravity to draw us deeper into our stretch. Let go of the control. And just allow the gravity to do its work. And again, if we have our foot on top of our knee, slowly letting it go. Come back to the center. And draw our knee into our chest. And let's rocking from side to side one more time. And we're going to go to our Shavasana, final relaxation posture. And slowly releasing our feet down. Resting one leg down and then the other. Releasing both our arms down. Make the adjustment. You need to remove anything at all, your hair. And just go ahead and remove them. And make sure that you're nice and comfortable. And begin to relax your eyes, your nose, your throat, your belly. Shavasana, we slowly return to our body by drawing both our knee into our chest and slowly rolling ourselves over to our right side into our fetal position. Gently using our top hand to push ourselves up into our easy seated position. Any easy seated position as your heart desires today. And begin to breathe in all 10 fingertips all the way up to the sky. Finding our palms, knuckles, and fingertips together. Shoulders soften. And thumbs return to our heart center. Gently bow to the light within ourselves and each other. And bowing down to our body and self, quietly within our heart, say to ourselves, thank you, self, for being here today. And sitting back up nice and tall. And finally, we end our practice by saying namaste. Return our thumbs to our third eye, the space between our eyebrows. And we bow and say namaste. Namaste. And you as a student say namaste. That's our yoga practice for the day. Thank you so much for being here.